Hi everyone, and welcome back to episode 5 of Wurm Unlimited. This episode we're going to be looking at building a small cart as well as standard your beginning building for making a house, or in our case today I'm going to be working on blacksmith shop because I'm going to be doing a lot of mining. So we're going to jump into this. Okay, so here is the small cart. I kind of needed it, so I went ahead and built it. But I'm going to show you how to do this as well. This is really easy. You're going to fail a lot to start with if you don't have good carpentry skill. But either way, find a spot, lots of trees, chop a few down, and make a stack. Then you take your saw. You open your crafting window. You put your saw in the crafting window as well as some logs. So we'll go ahead and take some logs. I'll put them in there, and we're going to be making planks. And then you'll need, I don't know, I made 20 or 30 of them, so I have excess. But if you're concerned about exactly how many you need, hit the N key on your keyboard, N for Nancy or November or whatever else it comes with that letter. It's the one before O. How about that? So for carts, we're going to make the small cart. And there's a large cart, there's a wagon, ship transporter, creature transporter. The small cart is the one with the least difficulty. It's where you kind of want to start as far as transport stuff goes. And it says you need a plank and small wheels, or a small wheel axle. Well, if you double click the small wheel axle, it narrows it down to just that. And that says you need a small wheel and a shaft. Well, what do you need for this? And the additional items is a second small wheel. So we'll make 2 small wheels. We'll need a shaft. The small wheels require planks, shafts, and additional planks and shafts. Off on this side, it tells you exactly how many. So we need planks and shafts to start with to make these wheels. To make the planks, like I said, it's just your log and your saw. To make the shafts, it's a carving knife. There's 4 different recipes here. Carving knife and a log. Crude knife and a branch. That's actually way more difficult, and on my server, that's where you start. Nobody has a carving knife. Nobody has any iron tools outside of the saw. I couldn't find a crude version. And if you've watched previous videos, I've gone into explanation of that. So you start off on my server creating all of your iron stuff, your iron tools. But if all you have is a crude knife, go up to any tree and forage at the base of the tree with the knife activated. You will not have super huge success to start with. You'll get things like mushrooms and all kinds of other stuff. Branches are few and far between. But go ahead and keep searching for them. You're gonna need a few to make the basic weapons. But if that's what you're using, I would suggest finding a branch, harvesting some iron ore, and making yourself a carving knife. That's going to make things so much easier. The carving knife, you have a whole lot more recipes that you can use. And then the other option is a butcher knife and a branch. But the branch options are more difficult because the branches are a lot harder to find. So if you have to go that route, find your branch, make a carving knife, and then you can work with logs. It's just so much simpler. So then you take the carving knife and you pop it in there, and there's your shaft. There are a lot of other things that you can make that you can't make with the crude knife. I'm certain that with different types of metal and the higher the quality level of the tool, the more recipes you get. But to start with, we're going to actually go ahead and drop the logs back down so that we're not encumbered. Okay, so we've got planks here. We've got our shafts right here. So we'll pick these up. We'll pick up a few of these. We're going to open the crafting window again. And I've already gone through this. The other items you'll need are either large nails or small nails. I believe it's large nails. We'll look again here in a minute, but we're going to get started with the planks and the shafts. And yes, I already have... Oh, where'd you go? I already have a cart, but I could use a second one. It's so much easier if you have a couple of them, 2, 3, 4 of them. Then you can put like the logs on one, you can put dirt on another one, you can put planks on another one. They're still limited on space, but they'll help you quite a bit as far as how much you can move around. So we need 2 of these small wheels. So we're just going to queue it up to 2. We're probably going to fail, but that's okay. Yep. First failure, second one was complete. So we'll back this back down to 1, and we'll just do it individually. We only need 2, so we don't need to just mass produce. All right, there's our second one. Now, take this and put it in the window. And if you want, you can clear that out. It doesn't matter. The shafts are going to be needed anyway. But that item, the unfinished small wheel, tells you what you need. So grab whatever item it is that it says it needs, and you can max it out because it's only going to take what it needs. It will not allow you to continue processing if you've already filled that part of the order. Okay, those 2 are done, so we'll grab our shaft, put it in there, continue. And the second one, so since we grabbed them both, the second one's now saying that it's ready to be continued. So we'll just go ahead and continue with that one. Excuse me. We'll bring our planks in. And that one's complete. Now, in case you didn't know, everything in this game, every item, has a 3D model. Or nearly every item. I haven't ran across any yet. But you can take any item, including these wheels, and you can place them on the ground, and you can take a look at the 3D model as it is. So you can see exactly what you're making as you're making it. And I think it's kind of cool. So we'll put this in here, and we don't need the plank anymore. We need another shaft to continue this creation. That makes the small wheel axle. And since we only have 1 wheel in there, it's only going to let us do it once. So we'll bring the other one in. Oh, actually, we don't need that. We've got the small wheel axle that needs to be brought in, and that's saying we need the second small wheel. So we no longer need the shafts, we need that small wheel. And now that's done. So again, we'll close this, we'll drop this on the ground. and it isn't an actual 3D model. You can see, you can go all the way around it and take a look. Okay, so step 1, actually step 1, 2, and 3, I guess, are already completed. Now let's open up our recipe list again, and we'll go back to cart. So we've got the small wheel axle, and we've got the plank. Those are the first 2 things in the crafting window. And then it's going to require 2 additional shafts, 2 small nails, and 5 more planks. Pretty easy. So we'll take the axle, we'll take the plank, and there's our small cart. Now with this combination, you can actually make the ship transporter and the large cart. I am not skilled enough to do the creature transporter or the wagon. As you can see, I've got a 0% chance of creating it. But right now, we're just worried about the small cart. So we'll go ahead and create. And since we only have one, again, it's only going to make one. This one is too large to carry. It won't even give you the option. Oh, I guess it will. So I guess you can actually pick it up, but by default, it just drops it on the ground. As you can see, it's a busted up old wagon, or a busted up old cart that we have to fix. The funny thing is right there's some nails, so I'm not sure why it can't just use its own nails. Okay, so we don't need the planks and shafts anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and drop those. Oh, actually we do. So let's go ahead and put those on. We're going to add, we're going to add it to the window. And it says we need the planks, the shafts, and the nails. So we've already got the planks loaded. Let's go ahead and continue, and then we'll drop the planks and the shafts on the ground. There's 2 of them. We need 3 more. And you guys are going to fail a lot with this to start off with, so your skill gets up. Don't get frustrated. Don't get discouraged. Just keep going. The more you successfully create something, the higher your skill goes. Pretty soon, we're done. Pretty soon you'll have all the components put together. You may spend 2 minutes, you may spend 2 hours working on stuff, trying to get it set up correctly, trying to make things happen. But as you complete different things, your skill goes up in several different areas sometimes. Sometimes just one area. We're done with the shafts now. But the point is, I mean, you keep at it, you'll end up being able to put stuff together pretty quickly, and you'll find that it actually moves along pretty smoothly. The downside of this game is that it takes so long to do anything. But that's how this game was designed. So we're going to drop those. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, I think they went in my box. Maybe. I don't see. Oh, they're there. I was standing on them. Okay, so I thought it was the large nails that we needed because I didn't actually look. I apologize. It's small nails, so I'll grab some out of here. And we'll go finish putting this together. Open the crafting window. Put our nails in there. And we're going to continue. There we go. And poof. Second cart's completed. Now you can open this up just like any container, and you can drop stuff in there. It'll carry a bunch of stuff. I don't necessarily need my nails in there, but we could like put the planks in there, the logs in there. It does not have, from what I've seen, any kind of graphic showing that there's anything in it. I don't know if that's the way it was designed or if it was an oversight or what have you. But so with the small cart, as soon as you complete it, it comes with a lock. If you unlock it, it puts the padlock in your inventory. Now anyone can use it. It's no longer locked. It's open and fair game. If you want to relock it, activate your small lock, attach it. Now it's locked. You can set permissions however you want as long as that lock is on there. I tend to say everyone is denied except me. But at the moment, I don't have anyone to even worry about, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so there's the cart, and then to move it, click on drag, and you just move around. Go wherever you need to go. If we want to bring it over here, and bring it over here, and it follows us over here. Now there is a bug with these carts. If I back up while I'm facing it, it spins around. Excuse me. It's constantly trying to face whatever direction you're facing. It's just the way that it's scripted. It's kind of cool. It's funny that it. I mean, you can do donuts with it. When you're done moving it, you just stop dragging, and you can back off. These are able to be repaired if they have damage. This shows 0 damage here. It's a very low quality level. It's supposed to improve it pretty easily. Let's actually take this. Well, no, we'll go and repair this or improve this other one because it was recently built as well. So I'll grab a log and we'll activate the log and then right click and we can attempt to improve. In too poor shape to improve the small cart. Oh, because the quality level is garbage. So let's try this one. You improve the cart a small bit. Let's try to improve it again. Oh, we damaged it. Well, we don't want to keep damaging it. But once it's damaged, you have to repair it in order to improve it again. And if you want to know, okay, at this point, apparently you cannot pick it up. Once it's completed, you can't pick it up, but you can examine it. Quality level 4.3, so it's still a garbage cart. Oh, we damaged it, that's why. Okay, so repair. We'll attempt it one more time. Okay, you improved the cart a little bit. So we were at 4.372499. So if we examine again, and I'll actually bring this up so that we can see here. We got to go up a little further. Okay, so right there, 4.3729 versus 5.96, and with one improved. So we improved it a little over 1. What is it? 1.6? Little under 1.6 for one improvement. The higher the quality level, the more useful it's going to be. We'll bring this back down because I don't really use this window much, and I just like it out of the window. What I would really like is if I could take this and put it over here and just combine all the tabs together. but unfortunately, that's not an option. If I click float, it just brings it up here. Oh. And I can bring it over here, but then if I go dock, guess where it goes? Right back over here. So that's a little frustrating, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to drop these logs again. And there is our brand new small cart. Pretty easy, no problem. Okay, part 2, the blacksmith station. Now, I was going to do this whole thing for the video, and unfortunately this is take 2 of this episode. Take 1 got messed up, and the splash screen was up the entire time. So although I was recording for about 20 minutes, doing both the cart and this building, I decided to delete it because you couldn't see anything. But essentially what you do is you grab a hammer or a mallet, click on the dirt. I don't know if it's going to let me go back here. Okay, plan building. Yep, it's going to let me show you. I didn't know if I could do 2 buildings at once. And then if you add more to it, you just keep going plan building on whatever squares that you want. If you're able, if your carpenter skill is high enough, it'll let you build bigger buildings. And if, say, you accidentally put that in there and you don't want it there, right-click on the square, remove the plan. And now it's gone. So instead of throwing a new building up here, I'm going to continue on with the building that I put over here. This is the blacksmith station, or is going to be. Now, since this is already started, and I've already started putting up a wall, it's not going to let me just plant a building. In fact, it says you cannot build a building next to another building. So what we have to do instead is add to building. We'll add here, and we'll add here, and that gives us a 3x2 building, but I don't want these walls here. So, remove that plan, remove that plan, oops, remove that plan, and remove that plan. Oh, and there's another one right there. Well, we don't want that one there either. So now I have a completely open floor plan, 1-story building, which will probably end up being 2 or 3 stories. This is the standard wood wall, and how I got it, with the hammer equipped, or the mallet, you click on the timber, right click, build, and then you go to, it gives you options for timber framed or wooden. I went with wooden. That is just a wooden wall. I haven't done anything with this one yet. This one's set to be another wood wall, but it's a portcullis. And this one is set to be a double door. So what we need to do is grab... we don't need the small... I don't think we need the small nails. I'm going to grab the large nails too, because it's going to ask for one of the 2, and it's going to ask for some planks. So we'll take the planks and we'll go back over here. And once you've started, all you do is right click and continue. Or you click on it to target it, and the continue button's up here as well. And you can queue up a couple of them, and it'll just keep going. I do believe you need about 20 planks per wall. So we'll finish this wall, and then I'll show you how to start another wall and what it's asking for. Got a few more to go. There it goes. Oh, hey, look at that. A portcullis, or medieval garage door. And this was set to be a double door. I may actually change that plan. If I can, if it lets me. It's not going to let me. So, but the nice thing is you can add it to the crafting window and it tells you what you need. 19 more planks, a hammer, or a mallet. Now if we come over here, since we just put these in, these don't have anything set yet. So build, wooden. We don't want to do another portcullis. I was going to. Actually, yeah, we're gonna match them up. To heck with it. So we're gonna add that to the crafting window. We need the planks. And we can actually just... What do you mean I can't use that? Oh, need tool in the crafting window. Okay. Oh, right there. Nope. Does it need to be right here? I don't know. Let's just do it the way we know how. Continue. Or double click and continue and queue up a few. And I'm going to run these planks out. I actually don't have any more prepped right now. But the next episode, this building will be well underway, if not finished. And you guys will be able to see that. Okay, so I don't need nails and all that such. We're going to leave this as it is for now. I'm going to put the nails in here, and then we're going to take a quick tour so I can show you what's been done so far since the last video. The rest of it's fine. Okay. So, if you watched the last video, you saw that I was up here on this hill, looking down on everything. I went way up to the top and was looking over, trying to figure out where I was going to put the pathway, and said that I was going to find a rock, or, dig down to rock level, so that I could make sure that that's where I was working with. And right, I believe it was this corner, I hit rock. It wasn't that one, it was this one. Somewhere in here. But one of these corners hit a rock. Well, I didn't want to continue. I wanted to try to keep it all flat. So that's where I stopped. All I was trying to do is dig a channel through here to lead back to the forest, so it was nice flat land for me to work with. And this took hours to dig. What'd I do with all the excess dirt? Well, I flattened this down and started the boat launch, the dock. And I know it's it's starting to get a bit dark. It's nighttime. So I apologize for it being a little hard to see, but I don't control the time of day. So all of this is literally right at the edge of the water. If you're gonna build a dock, that's where you need to have it. This was packed dirt. I don't think I brought my shovel. No, I didn't, so I can't repack it. but you pack this all down, and this is this one's going to go out further to match up with that one. So as you can see, I'm at the very edge right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, don't go in there. Come back up. So this has only gone in 2 so far. Got 1. So there's 1, there's 2. That's where this one stops. 1, 2, 3 more. And that puts it 5 long, which will accommodate a lot of the mid-size and small boats. I'm going to do the small boats on this size, or on this side. I'm going to do the mid-size here on both sides, so I can actually have several boats being built at the same time. And then out here, when I get to the point where I can actually craft them, this long stretch will be where the larger vessels will go. And I may end up building another dock on this side just for people to pull up and use it as a merchant's dock or what have you. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But that is what we've done with this side so far. This is all nice and smooth. This is anywhere from 8 to 11 grade going up in various different spots. So some of these slopes are 11, some of them are 10, 8, 9. But it's a nice easy climb. You don't have to turn on your climbing ability. I got to drop that down apparently. I don't like how that's sticking up, but I'm kind of picky that way. And then back here, oh, what are you? A couple of bulls, apparently. Sheep. This is packed dirt. You see I moved a little faster. Gravel. And down into the mine. See, I got super lucky. When I was coming through here, I was just ripping down trees. You can see there's where my tree line was. But cutting down trees and flattening everything out, and decided this is the spot where I was going to dig in and find rock somewhere. And I dug down. You can see that's the original level up there. But I dug all this down to get to bare rock and then tunneled in. And of course, this was all, the first couple of spots were just rock. I hit iron. Not just here, but here and here. So super lucky find. And chances are this is the end of it. I haven't hit too many iron mines that had a whole lot more than that. Usually you run into salt or lead or something else after you go through several layers of rock. The downside is I don't have a whole lot of rock to play with, so I can't gravel any more of my pathway. But I will... I'll dig through one of these sides and I'll dig the ceiling out a little bit. Actually, I don't have my pickaxe either. But you can tunnel up as well, and you can carve the ceiling out. Well, you don't want to go too far without reinforcing. So I need support beams to put in here to support the wall and the floors, which will level out the floor as well. And then this first tile you can't do anything with. That's the entrance. But I can bring this up, mine this all the way up, and I can get rock shards from tunneling this, and it'll give me a few more to play with. But that is it so far. That's what we've gotten accomplished. So overall, I'm not too disappointed. I think this spot will definitely work out. But this is going to be the blacksmith shop, so I'll have forge and so forth in there. And I wanted it somewhat close to the mine, but I'm going to end up paving all of this so it's nice, quick, easy transport to get the stuff over here. You can load your cart up, bring it out, bring it all the way up, and actually, because I'm curious, I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna see if the cart will actually make it inside. If so, hey, look at that. It might be a little different once all the walls are done, but then you can bring your cart in here and you can work on the forge, if that's where I'm going to put the forge. I haven't figured that part out yet. And run it right around and back out the other door. And since that's not a completed wall, it's obviously going to go through there. But yeah, I may end up making this it'll be the first medieval drive-through. That sounds like a plan to me. So we're going to stop dragging the cart. I think this spot will actually work out pretty doggone well. So that's where we're at right now. We're going to continue with this village with Xander's Rest. Tomorrow will be probably the completion of this building, and I will find at least one or two other things to show you or give some information on. I haven't figured it out yet. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. That'll be episode 6, and then we'll also discuss what we're going to be doing for 7 through 10. 7 will probably end up being a live stream, and that's just me working on this area. If you want to join in, that will end up being Tuesday night, starting probably about 3 or 3:30ish Pacific time. So if you want to watch, I'll know more tomorrow. Wednesday night. I'll know more tomorrow on exactly when I'm going to live stream. So watch tomorrow's video to find out when for certain it is going to be. And for now, we'll go ahead and close the video, and we'll see you next time.